I've spent many a winter up a mountain, but do you know what I've never done? Visited a ski resort in the summer. In the interest of journalism, I slapped on some sun cream and headed over to Les Deux Alpes in France to see if a ski resort in the summer is good or rubbish. Les Deux Alpes is France's second oldest ski resort and has the longest normally open full on-piste vertical available in the world. It's easily accessible from Lyon or Grenoble airports and can also be reached by train to Grenoble. Quick ethics statement for you. I was invited along to check out the resort by the Les Deux Alpes tourist office and they covered the cost of the trip. I've not been paid to make the video and they have no editorial approval of what I say. Now on with the trip. We actually flew to Geneva airport and took a taxi to the resort, arriving at the beautiful 4-star Chalet Mounier. Let's do a quick room tour. Come in the door. Look at that for a bed. How cosy is that? Cosy sofa there. Is that another bed? And there probably could be a bed as well if you want. There's a balcony. Oh yes. Very nice. Over here, let's check the bathroom out because that's important. Lovely shower. Me. 2 sinks, which is useful. Not if you're on your own. You can wash one hand in each sink. What? What just happened? It just opened up and I opened the door. I'm living in the future. After spending half an hour opening and closing the toilet door to watch the seat go up, I headed out for a spot of dinner and to meet my press trip colleagues. First impressions of Les Deux Alpes are very positive. Loads of bars, loads of restaurants. I've never been here in the winter. I'd like to come back in the winter and I'm going to enjoy it while I'm here. Nightclubs. If you're a youth, I think you'd love this place. Really good. Loads of shops. Just a nice vibe around already. Very excited. Very excited. About the nightclub. I'm 47 years old and the thought fills me with horror. But for you guys, you'd love it. We ate at the Spot, where I enjoyed pizza and a local Goodwin Brewery Hazy Days New England IPA. Creamy, hints of vanilla with a lovely mouthfeel. Absolutely terrific. Then it was back to the hotel for a good night's sleep ahead of our first full day in the resort. So I'm up nice and early, going out to get just a light snack breakfast. We're getting a proper breakfast later on, but look at this. Americano coffee, a lovely croissant, €2.60. It's a bargain. Coffee's like £4 at home sometimes now. Let's have a taste. Lovely, very nice. Nice and peaceful here. Had a good little sleep. And today we're off out to do a bit of yoga and then we're going for a hike up the mountains. Les Deux Alpes is obviously most famous as a ski resort. I've got a lot of friends who come here and ski quite regularly and love it here. I've never done it personally myself, but it's also got a sort of second fame these days as a mountain biking place, one of the best in Europe. Supposedly, I don't know, can barely ride a bike as it is, never mind go downhill on it. So some of the lifts are open, or will open for that. There's one in the background that's starting up in a minute actually, but there are lifts to get up the mountain, also for hiking as well if you want to go up there or just have a little explore. So you can still get up the hill easily without having to walk if you want to. But we will be going for a proper hike later. I should add, there is a glacier here, so you can actually ski in the summer. I just saw some people over there walking up with their skis as well, and a lot of like sort of ski teams from different countries will come here to train in the summer, but that's not why we're here. We're going to see what else there is, not just skiing, stuff beyond skiing. French supermarkets are class. Just been to have a little look around the local Sherpa. Just really great produce. Two that they do really well is meats, like cold meats, and they're like a whole wall of saucisson on display. And it's only there's our hotel just there. There. Somewhere over there. So I'm going to go back on Tuesday, because you're not leaving too early, and buy a few of those. They keep quite a long time as well, don't they? That is such a lovely way to start the day. Whenever I do yoga, I always think, God, I should do yoga more. I try to, a little bit, because I'm not flexible. I've got really tight hamstrings, really tight sort of posterior chain, but I just feel amazing now. I've had a sore back for a week or two from a combination of the gym and watching the Euros on the sofa, and it's just gone. I feel great now, which is lovely. I'm just trying to think if there's somewhere at home I can do outdoor morning yoga in the summer. I just feel so chilled now and floppy. Just went for a walk up behind the hotel here, and I did not realise that there's just a cliff at the back. It's a little bit behind the hotel. All I'm saying is, if you've got young kids and you're here, just be a bit careful. I wasn't quite aware when I strolled up. It's gorgeous. The views are incredible. They've stopped new development in Les Deux Alpes. Like, they're not expanding the town or village, whatever you call it, any further, but they're doing quite a lot of renovation at the minute. It started being built in, I think, the 1930s, and a lot of the buildings came from the 60s and 70s, but a lot of them, looking around in the summer, are being redone. So you don't really see in the winter, because obviously you can't really do loads of building work when it's snow everywhere. There's quite a lot of stuff being improved and made more eco-friendly and stuff like that. This lift behind me is the one that runs up to the glacier for summer skiing, and it's actually the last day it's going to be working. They're cutting the line tomorrow apparently, and there's a new one that's being finished off behind it, so hopefully it'll be ready for next season. It's going to cut the time for how long it takes to get up there from half an hour to 17 minutes. So exciting times, lift fans. After a stroll around the village, we had lunch in the hotel garden, which was incredible. It was then time to get a taxi to the start of our 2-day hike. This is Les Écrins National Park, where Les Deux Alpes is, and we were going to be walking around there for our hike, but a couple of weeks ago there was dreadful weather, a big landslide, and it like wiped out our village and stuff. So not amazing. It means we can't walk there, so we've come around to Le Grave, which is still within the same national park, and now we're going to go off and hike. This is Summer Village, the first place we've come to, Les Clos, I think it's called. What that means is no one lives here in the winter. It's here for sort of farmers and stuff like that who look after the animals and things in the summer. But winter, everyone clears out, goes down the valley. When I was younger, I didn't really know what hiking was. Like, I remember being in Greece, and it must have been 22, 23, and I'd heard of it. I knew it involved hills and stuff, but I remember someone we met some Americans. My friend Sally and I met some Americans. We were out and they said, we're going to go for a hike. Do you want to come? I was like, I don't really know how to do it. They went, what, you don't have to walk? And I was like, oh right, it's just walking. Just fancy walking in nice places. I'm good at walking. There's cows down there and I can hear their cowbells. I didn't know cows actually had cowbells in the modern era, but they do. How alpine. So behind me is some kind of plank viewing system. You can only fit one person at a time that you walk along and you're just out in the air. Is this scary? Oh yeah, I didn't realise it was going to be like this. Yeah. Yeah, this is absolutely terrifying. I just thought you were just going out a bit, but it's basically a massive cliff. Very windy up here. Look at the views. But look at the views down. My wife would hate this. I'm not too bad with heights, but that was unexpectedly terrifying. I do know a lot of people who wouldn't like that. A lot of people who would. What about you? Let us know in the comments down below if you do that or if you'd poo yourself. Engagement. I'm really enjoying this. I've done like hiking or walking, as I like to call it, before in my life, but I've never done something like this with a guide, and I've never done it the way we're going to do it today because we're going to end up at something called a refuge. We've got these fabulous little water fountains dotted about the place that have drinking water that you can just fill your bottles up with. It's really well designed for walking around and stuff. I've never stayed in a refuge before, but from what I gather, they're basically what they sound like, a place to take refuge from the elements. And I think they vary from just a roof to more elaborate places. And so I've got no idea what to expect from this. And we've got to take a sleeping bag liner, but I don't know what they'll be in terms of facilities, whether it's just a roof or, I don't know, we'll find out. I don't know why I didn't think cowbells were real. No, I knew they would have been real, but I thought they'd been from the olden days. But these guys happily got big bells on. Legends. We're 3 hours in now. We've only done about 9 kilometres in terms of distance, but it's up and down hills. It's a bit slower going than if I was running it. But I think we're getting pretty close to the refuge now. It's just after 5 p.m. So I'm hoping very soon, just come over the brow of this hill, we might be able to see it. I can see the refuge. It's amazing. I don't know what I expected. It's a bit more basic, but it's not. It's brilliant. Hiking to the refuge was an incredible experience, and I felt so relaxed as we chilled out and ate dinner. I sat outside reading as the sun set, then headed to bed to rest before the hike back. I survived my first ever night in a refuge. It was very pleasant. I didn't sleep that well. Everyone else think, oh my God, I've had the best sleep of my life. But I didn't really. Basically, I made a poor bed choice. I was on some sort of little mezzanine. Didn't have enough room for my legs. Didn't pick well in terms of bed, but everyone else was saying what a great sleep they had. And I imagine under normal circumstances I would have too. But isn't it? It's a great little thing to have access to. It's basically like a youth hostel, I guess, if you've ever been to such a thing. Everyone sort of cleans up after themselves, you get a bit of breakfast, nice little bit of food. Yeah, we're definitely refuge again. So this is it, we found our taxi, we're at the end of our hike. Yeah, 8.5 kilometres. And it's been great, I'd thoroughly recommend that. Never done anything like that before. I've actually done a little bit of hill walking and stuff like that, but nothing where I've stayed overnight.
With the hike complete, we headed back to Les Deux Alpes, ate a lovely healthy lunch at a place called Yonder Cafe, then walked to the edge of the village for another adventure.
Exciting times now because I'm going to go paragliding for the first time in my life. I say first time, I got dragged behind a tractor paragliding at scout camp once, but this is the first time that it's not been rubbish, hopefully. Anyway, these people are going to have my life in their hands. Very much looking forward to this. Get some kind of harnessy seat thing and fly in the sky. I don't know whether I'm going to suddenly poo myself when we start, but we'll find out.
Okay, that's it, here we are!
Oh.
Up your knees! Feel the thermals?
Yes.
Relax your hand.
Okay. I'm gripping quite tight. That was incredible. It's one of the best things I've ever done. Do it if you get a chance. Wasn't scary at all. But I should say that there's a little bit where I thought, oh, quite high, aren't we? But you just get up there and then you, I don't know, it just feels fine. Brilliant.
Even though I'd just been flying through the sky like an eagle, I wasn't done with extreme sports. We headed across the town to check out the resort's luge course.
Oh, on top of the world. Good. Luge review, very decent. I've been on quite a lot of those before, but they've always been sort of on bars, like you're on rails, like you're driving a car, whereas this is just like, I don't know, just going down some concrete groove. And I did, the second time I went down, we did leave the ground. I did feel like I went off the ground slightly, so I did have to brake then, but I think you could maybe do it without braking. I did bottle it a little bit, but yeah, very good fun.
Before I came to Les Deux Alpes, I did worry that if you weren't into mountain biking, there might not be loads to do, but there's a huge number of activities in and around the town. For us though, the rest of the day involved heading to a bar to toast a lovely time out before enjoying the Michelin-starred restaurant back at Chalet Mounier.
It's the last morning here in Les Deux Alpes and we are heading up the mountain.
Les Deux Alpes is legendary in the world of mountain biking, and whilst it's not the sport for me, I wanted to check out the bike runs at the top of the mountain.
So this is Vallée Blanche, which is a wonderful area in the summer. I mean, obviously it's skiing in the winter, but in the summer it's great for walking. There's loads of mountain biking tracks, loads of stuff to do up here. You can see over there, can you see there? Hang on. No, wait. Yeah, there, where there's snow, that's Alpe d'Huez, where I made a video last year. I'll put a link in the corner there, sort of thing. That's Virginie, where I stayed, which is just over that area. But here, Les Deux Alpes, absolutely stunning. And there's a little restaurant up there that apparently the food is incredible at. Back down the mountain now, and we're heading off to do something I've always wanted to do, and that is swim in a mountaintop lake. Time to go in. Yeah, that's all right. This is the thing I've most been interested in coming to mountains for before this. I never really thought about it for other reasons, but you see these photos of lakes up a mountain. This isn't a natural lake, it's man-made, but it's lovely. And just this thought of being outside in glorious sunshine with beautiful views is something I've always been attracted to, and it is not disappointing. Before I came on this trip, I thought mountains in the summer would be great, but great for people who are into really into outdoor pursuits. Like if you're really into hiking across mountain ridges, or if you're into downhill mountain biking in terrifying circumstances, then you'd love it. But there's so much more. Like it's a cliche, there is something for everyone. There are a lot of people who will be attracted to those extreme things, but there's beginner stuff for the mountain biking, and there's easy half-hour hikes you can do around if that's something you want to try. But you could easily spend a week just chilling out by the pool, wandering around the town, coming down to this lake for a little swim, going on a little walk. It doesn't have to be something that you do because you're into the sort of hardcore stuff. So if you'd enjoy a trip to a ski resort in the summer, or more specifically, I guess Les Deux Alpes, where we are here, I'd say most people really, whatever you're into. I mean, if you like beaches, that's literally a beach there. Not a very big beach, but it's a beach by the lake. If you like swimming, you've got that. If you like your sort of more extreme stuff and active stuff, you like that. But there's some incredible restaurants. I mean, our hotel's got a Michelin-starred restaurant with incredible food. The place we went to for lunch yesterday with the poke bowl was lovely, sort of life-affirming, healthy stuff. So I think most people it'd work for. It'd be great for families, so much to do here. There's bars and stuff here, but if you're like a young person looking to go clubbing and stuff, I think this would be great in the winter, but I'm not sure how active it is in the summer. It might be, I just don't know. It's not something I've looked into, to be honest. And most other people, brilliant. I mean, look at that. What's not to love?